Okay, let's start with a big question. What if we could actually stop the next pandemic before it even gets started? Today, we're diving into a massive new strategy in India that's designed to do just that. It's called the One Health mission, and it's a completely new way of thinking about health to protect over 1 billion people from the next major crisis.
So, to get our heads around this, what could possibly connect a global pandemic like COVID-19, the bird flu, and a sickness spreading through a herd of cattle? I mean, on the surface, they seem like they're from totally different worlds, but as we're about to see, they're all deeply, deeply connected.
And the answer to that little puzzle is an idea called One Health. The easiest way to picture it is like a three-legged stool. You've got our health, the health of animals, and the health of the environment we all share. It's all one interconnected system.
Now, this isn't just some nice-sounding theory, it's a real practical strategy. The whole point is to get doctors, veterinarians, and environmental scientists out of their separate bubbles and into the same room, sharing information and working together to solve problems that, honestly, none of them could tackle alone.
And here they are, the three legs of that stool: human health, animal health, and environmental health. Think about it. If one of those pillars gets weak, let's say a new disease starts spreading in wildlife, it doesn't just stay there. The whole system gets wobbly. Eventually, that instability is going to hit us, affecting our own health, our food supply, and our economy. It's all intertwined.
So, why is this idea so incredibly important for a country like India right now? Well, it's because the nation is facing this unique and really complex set of challenges, where the stakes are just incredibly high. You have this amazing mix in India. Incredibly diverse wildlife, one of the largest populations of livestock on the entire planet, and of course, very densely packed cities. And all of these are often right next to each other. This closeness creates what is basically a perfect storm, making it much, much easier for diseases to jump from animals to people. You might have heard this called spillover. And look, this isn't some far-off theoretical risk. We're seeing the consequences play out right now. COVID was, of course, a huge wake-up call for the whole world. But in India, things like the devastating outbreaks of lumpy skin disease in cattle and the constant threat of bird flu are these powerful, ongoing reminders of just how vulnerable this system is. So, in response to these very real threats, the government has launched a really comprehensive action plan. Let's pull back the curtain and take a look inside this national One Health mission.
First thing to know, this is not a small-scale project. We're talking about a massive effort that's been approved at the very highest level by the Prime Minister's Science, Technology, and Innovation Advisory Council. It's a huge national effort that's bringing together more than 13 different government ministries. Now, how in the world do you manage something that massive? Well, the mission's leadership is split into two clear groups. You've got the Executive Committee. They handle the big picture policy and the overall guidance. And then you have the Scientific Steering Committee, which dives into all the technical details, providing the scientific direction and making sure the work is sound. And don't think this is just some plan sitting on a shelf. It is already happening. Things are moving, and they're moving fast. The director for the National Institute of One Health was approved back in February 2024. The first big executive meeting happened in July, and get this, by September, they were already running a mock pandemic drill. The mission is gaining momentum, and the national rollout is well underway.
Okay, so we've seen the who and the how. Now let's get into the what. What are the core goals here? What are they actually trying to do? At its heart, it's all about building a comprehensive wall of defense against whatever comes next.
The whole strategy really boils down to these 4 key steps. First, you create an integrated surveillance system so you can see potential threats coming from anywhere. Second, you use all that data to build an early warning system. Third, you have strong, ready-to-go teams that can investigate an outbreak the moment it happens. And finally, you pour resources into research and development to create the vaccines and diagnostics we're going to need. And to support all these goals, they're building some serious infrastructure. A huge piece of this is a national network of 22 high-security labs. And we're talking biosafety level 3 and 4 facilities. These are the highly contained, super secure labs you need to safely handle the world's most dangerous germs. Honestly, this network is a total game changer. These labs are spread out across the country, so they're accessible to everyone who needs them. They are the front line, analyzing samples from people, from livestock, from wildlife, which will dramatically boost India's ability to spot and respond to emergencies way faster and more effectively than ever before. All right, let's zoom out for a second, because this mission, it's about so much more than just stopping the next human pandemic. Its impact is going to ripple out across the whole of society, from our economy all the way to wildlife conservation.
And that's really the bigger vision here. Preventing animal diseases isn't just about animal welfare. It's about protecting farmers from devastating economic losses. And it's also about conservation, stopping these diseases before they can wipe out precious wildlife populations.
So, what's the ultimate takeaway from all this? Well, it's that when you break down those walls between human, animal, and environmental health, you end up with a system that is just smarter. It's more agile. It's more robust. When a threat to one is treated as a threat to all, the response is faster, more effective, and ultimately, it benefits everybody. And that brings us to a final, pretty big thought. As our world gets more and more interconnected, maybe the biggest lesson we're learning is that our health is too. So is this kind of unified strategy just another option on the table, or is it the essential key to securing our shared future? It's definitely a question worth thinking about.